Hello and welcome to my channel, Spiritual Gina, where I encourage you to pursue your soul. This channel tackles all things tarot and spirituality. Today we have a Tarot Theory 101. This is a new series on this channel, and one that I should have happened way before now, but it's happening now, so it is what it is. So first of all, starting off with some sage to clear my energy, your energy, and to set the space to neutral as we begin today's quasi lecture. Basically, it is a lecture, but I'm not really lecturing you. So, first, I want to explain what Spiritual Theory 101 is, and then we will commence with the video itself, okay? So, Spiritual Theory 101 basically are my theories around certain things that happen. I would say they are observations, but I can't quite count it as science. But I consider it to be basically like just linking things to spiritual origins, perhaps. I'm not doing the best job of explaining what Spiritual Theory 101 is, so perhaps I'll do another video on that. So just jumping into today's topic, because I'm really excited to talk about it. The mother wound and the root chakra. All right, so I feel the mother wound is something that's very popular among the collective in general, and I feel that it definitely mostly impacts the root chakra, but for women in particular, it's going to be the root chakra, Muladhara, and then also the sacral chakra, Swadhisthana, as well. In a lot of um, a lot of unalignment can happen due to us coming into this realm. Okay, so what I describe the mother wound as, and it's slightly different from everyone else's definition of the mother wound, but I describe the mother wound as is disconnection from the primordial mother impulse via earth life. The primordial mother impulse flows through all that have uterus and can bear children, even extends to nature, i.e., animals. And so I came up with this definition basically because we have to understand from a spiritual perspective that we have a divine mother and a divine father, of course, and I describe this energy to be the primordial mother and then the primordial flame. So in this instance, we are focusing on the primordial mother, and I believe that her impulse basically runs through all, like I said in the definition, that can bear children. Assigned female at birth women. And so this impulse is the impulse that flows through the collective. And I feel that as a collective, we have been disconnected from this impulse. And I feel that a lot of people, especially if you are into spirituality, you most likely have had a dysfunctional relationship with your mother. Thus, again, perpetuating this primordial mothering wound, the mother wound. So we have to understand that the mother is the source of all nourishment. And so this nourishment includes physical nourishment, it includes mental nourishment, it includes emotional nourishment, and also spiritual nourishment. So the mother is the source of this nourishment, especially as the babe is growing up. And again, we can see this not only in humans, but we can also observe this phenomenon in animals as well. And the seahorse, I think, being one of the exceptions to this, the unicorn, I guess, the seahorse, ha ha ha, being probably the one exception I can think of off the top of my head. I don't know any other examples. But basically, it is the mother's job in all kingdoms to provide nourishment for the growing sapling, the growing babe. So, lack of this tender affection, love, care, nurturing, bonding, and attention often results in pain and internal discomfort, shame. And so, this energy basically gravely impacts the lower chakras, the root chakra in particular, because the way I see it in my head is that the mother, and this sage is still going. So we are really purifying some energy here, guys. Um, but the mother is essentially responsible for setting the nervous system in the fetus. And when the mother is dysregulated, she unfortunately perpetuates this wound onto the children specifically, but others around her as well. But all that come from her will basically perpetuate this dysregulation because the root chakra is the gift from the mother to the child. And of course, the father does have some role in this, which is the flame energy. He does have some role in this, but really, essentially, it is the mother's job. In my head, I see it as the mother basically imprinting her nervous system, her patterns, her psychological state onto the child. And this is happens in the womb, I feel, but also happens via breastfeeding, and in all other areas. But these tender moments in the beginning, I feel, tend to hold no significant purpose or no significant place, I guess, in modern society. Like, I feel that we kind of like brush off the beginning aspects of our childhood. But when we really think about it, it is our mother and whatever she's going through at that time that basically imprints us. And we can spend a lifetime basically deconditioning from this imprint. And for those of you guys who've had lovely parents, congratulations. You are, I don't want to say good mothering is rare, but I think if you look at society, we can kind of tell that something's a little bit off. So I think people obviously do the best with what they know, so we can't fault them. We definitely have compassion. But I saw this meme or this thing, and it was basically said, um, it said, oh, I deleted it. Great. What is basically saying how we can hold space and know that they did the best they can and they did not do a good job, essentially, is what that means. So, the mother's love and affection is nectar for the child, even before being born. And so, I feel also a lot, especially I am African American, as you can see. I would say, especially, in the African American community, because we do have a high rate of single parenthood in the community. Um, the mother's love is nectar for the child, and oftentimes, especially in the African American community, this is not something that we are given because our mothers are focused on providing versus being more in the nurturing feminine role. And this is just how I see it. Again, spiritual theory 101, but that's how I see it, and that's basically how it's been downloaded to me and absorbed. Observed. It's funny how absorb and observe are so close together because literally you kind of do absorb what you observe in a certain sense. But anyways, the root chakra, it can relate to matters of physicality, money, relationships. All right, and so I feel this is also why, because of lack of proper mothering, because of lack of proper love in childhood, we can often see issues with money and relationships. And I feel like I did say that I believe women experience it more in the sacral chakra area, even though the root is very intricate. We are more in tune with the sacral area, and so men, in my opinion, are more in tune with the root area of the chakra system. And so I feel that this wound especially affects the root in men, but also impacts and in women, but also impacts the sacral chakra. And we can see this again if you have issues reoccurring issues in money, if we have reoccurring issues in relationship, we have to really ask ourselves, basically, you know, how was I parented? How was I loved? How was I nurtured growing up? And so basically, it's our duty to reparent ourselves, and to create safe relationships within the self. So, like a safe dialogue within the self, and also safe external relationships. Um, and just knowing that when we heal this wound that again is often perpetuated in society, and I call it the primordial mother wound, basically, but it's also the mother wound and the root chakra. When we do heal this, you know, we have a lot of nectar and wisdom to give others and to ourselves, and we can meet people differently. So, but yeah, basically, that is the end of today's Spiritual Theory 101. This has been the mother wound and the root chakra. I'm going to end with a card reading. I should have started with one, but we're going to end with a card reading. Just for the mothering wound impulse. We'll just ask about what we need to know, how we can move forward. I'm using the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Pretty famous. I've seen this around. And yeah, so the next topic will be about the primordial flame, which is the father wound, and I will also have, oh yeah, I didn't say this. I do have a corresponding tarot video to go with this one, and the mother wound video was very interesting to read, honestly. I feel that I'm going to do another one, but I'm going to leave that one up as well. But I think I'll probably do another one. But yeah, that I do have a companion video. So if you want to explore your mother wound deeper, then you can. And I kind of want to term what I'm doing here spiritual psychology, because I do believe that the body is divine architecture, and that from analyzing things from the architecture's point of view, so to speak, we can come into more understanding about the human body, because the whole point of this is to perpetuate evolution throughout the collective, to allow the collective to heal themselves, to transcend survival, so we can, just become better society. Like you say, we want to ascend into bliss, and I believe we can do that. But really, the earth is a very beautiful place, and I feel that it is a garden that if we till, it can be made even more beautiful. So yeah, we have Door to Value here, which is, I love this card here because, like I was saying, healing the mother wound and working with the mother wound, excuse me, can, I feel, open financial opportunities for you. Door to Value here. Oh wow, and we have Door to Spirit, so we have two doors opening here. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna see what's behind it, but leave it at that. Door to Spirit and Door to Value. And we have, wow, we have all of the doors here, guys. You have Door to Romance. So we have Door to Romance, Door to Spirit, and Door to Value, all coming in together, which is amazing. So basically confirming what I was saying, you know, healing this mother wound really allows, like, it's just beautiful how that came out. Healing the mother wound really allows you to connect more with others. It allows you to feel safe. It allows you for you to draw in money. And it also allows for you to connect more with the ether realm, to spirit. So again, I want to show these cards here. We have all the doors. Door to Romance, Door to Value, and Door to Spirit. See, I love how pulling cards can just confirm what you say. So yeah. So again, do check out the companion video with this video, the mother wound. Pick a card. And I feel like I should do it over again, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you found clarity and soul evolution in this video. If you did, let me know down below by commenting what part you resonated most with. And I